So today I'm going to take a look at this video from Leigh McGowan, who's got a YouTube channel called Politics Girl. I'll just play the relevant bits at the start.
I genuinely cannot believe I'm saying this and that it is not a top of the page headline story across the country, but the US Army just swore in 4 tech executives as lieutenant colonels. The CTO of Palantir, Peter Thiel's company, the CTO of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg's company, and OpenAI's chief product officer and former chief research officer, the company belonging to Sam Altman. These 4 men are all now one rank away from a general, second in command for field grade officers. There are 16 ranks lower than a lieutenant colonel, and these 4 untrained civilians just leapfrogged over soldiers who have dedicated their entire career and lives to the US military. Apparently, these men are going to work on targeted projects to help guide rapid and scalable tech solutions to complex problems. A sentence that means absolutely nothing, because clearly this is just a way of giving these companies access to top secret.
So we can see from her demeanour and body language that she's pretty worked up about all this, and she talks about these tech executives leapfrogging soldiers. Now, they've actually been brought in, obviously not as into combat roles, and they've been brought in on direct commissions, or, as she says herself, to work on tech projects. So they're not leapfrogging soldiers in that sense. There's obviously a reason why within the US Army, people brought in on direct commissions are given a particular rank, and even though to the public it might seem a little bit odd, the rank doesn't necessarily mean that they're actually commanding troops and got experience of combat. If we look at this Army website here, it actually talks about the direct commissioning. It says that they've got the authorization to direct commission officers up to the rank of colonel, and it lists some of the areas that people can be direct commissioned into. So you've got the chaplain corps, the law corps, the healthcare, and then cyber. I believe these tech executives have actually been directly commissioned into Detachment 201, which is this one here. As usual, I'll put all these links in the description. But even though I think it said that this direct commissioning started in 2019, there is a historical precedent. So there's this one example here of William Knudsen, who was directly commissioned as a lieutenant general during the Second World War. So he was brought in there, it says, because of his experience in American industry. So when Leigh McGowan has this massive banner on her here saying stolen valor, it shows that she doesn't actually understand what stolen valor is. In fact, most people should understand it, but if we go to this website here, this is just one of many that's describing what it is. And it's somebody who's basically passing themselves off as being in the military when they haven't, or they were in the military but received certain awards that they didn't actually get. So you're essentially talking about people are lying about military service. So these tech executives being brought in on a direct commission are not an example of stolen valor. Now, if we go to another point where she does this really weird hand waving and weird facial expression, she says she refers to targeted projects to help guide rapid and scalable tech solutions to complex problems. And she says that means absolutely nothing. Well, at first glance, it does sound a little bit like management speak, but clearly it does mean something. So targeted projects obviously means you're targeting at some particular issue. So it says to help guide rapid and scalable tech solutions to complex problems. So clearly complex problems are problems that are complex. But within computing and IT, rapid and scalable tech is a pretty well understood concept. So rapid will refer to the ability to try and develop it rapidly, perhaps in comparison to older software development methods. And scalable would typically mean that the software or the solution is able to cope with increased workloads without particular denigrations of performance. So I think what strikes me about this is that she's trying to position herself as some kind of serious political commentator, although ironically she's known for these rants from her kitchen. So whether the two go together is a matter of opinion. I believe that she's written a book and actually appeared on American TV, news programs or commentary programs. But if you're going to present yourself in such a way, then you're really going to need to do your research first to maintain your credibility, so that you don't make a strong claim like this about stolen valor when you clearly don't know what you're talking about. And it's not as if that is difficult these days with the internet.